welcome back to my channel, YouTube. Today we're going to actually take a look at a, game that I picked up a little while ago. I picked it up for Christmas for me and my kids to play. And it's actually a very fun game if you, have enough kids to play with it and have quite a bit of an imagination. So without further ado, let's take a look at the game. And by the way, you may have noticed that I have a bit more in my video now. I actually now have a semi-permanent office set up so that I have now a dedicated space to make my videos. So without further ado, let's take a look at the book. The story of the 3 coins. An adventure game that you create. It is a cooperative game for kids, and you can see the 3 coins. It is got the warning hazard. It is 6+, 2 to 5 players, and it takes about 20 minutes. It is by Peaceable Kingdoms, a Mindware brand. And I said book. I like it because it does look like a book, as you can notice. So, what does it have? By the way, let the stories begin. It's got quite a few things, and I'll show you what it looks like in a second. But this is what the inside looks like. As you can see where it slots in. That comes out, and it comes, with its, like I said, a carry tray. And it can look like just a normal book tucked in a shelf. So, the instructions, as you can see, story of the 3 coins. Long ago, in the land of Storia, a traveler found 3 magic coins that could bring great happiness if used wisely. As you create your adventure story, these coins can guide your traveler to a happy ending. But you must work closely with your fellow storytellers for the coin to work their magic. The story quill will record your journey as you tell your tale. And it's got a goblin wizard, some coins. And basically, the objective is to help your traveler reach the happy ending before the inkwell runs out of ink. This is what it includes. As you can see, there's the 3 coins, the little stand, one of the many cards, the rest of the cards, the board, the 5 different dice, and the inkwell, and the happy ending. Oh, it's just one of the many. This is the setup. If you need to pause to read them, go right ahead. Okay. This is how to play. Let's get that in focus. There we go. So basically, it's a game that everybody takes part as both the storyteller and the abject listener. Let's try too much glare. It's kind of like those old stories where you sit around the campfire and you're telling spooky stories, and one person gets to a point, stops, and the next person has to pick up the story. Well, it's very, very similar to that. Only this time, the cards dictate kind of how it goes, but it is randomized. Hey, look, Frederick. Alrighty, almost done. And there we go. And then little note by them. Alright, I have to say, I love the artwork on this. It is very beautiful. This is the inkwell. This is your life counter. As you notice, this is a slide, and it shows you how much life you got left. Okay. The storyboard. Hold on a second. I'm going to freehand my camera for a second, so it's going to be taken off my stand. Alrighty. That's the storyboard. As you can see, this is where you start, and each slot here is where you put one of the dice. It looks like there's an actual bookmark in the book. And the end. Alrighty. So the dice are as follows. You got weather, 6 different types of weather. So rain, tornado, snow, sun, a rainbow, and a thundercloud. That's one. The numbers, it's a D10. It's very beautiful. A D6 with faces, so you got, there we go. Angry, worried or scared, happy, silly, joyous, and sad. Or was that excited? A D8 with colors, so you got green, yellow, red, brown, blue, black, purple, and orange. And then you got important tools. You got a tent, a telescope, a fishing rod, a compass, a shovel, and a bow and arrow. You got the 3 coins. You got the most likely to be chosen coin, which takes up no ink in the back. You got the second most likely to be picked. Lower the ink level by 1. Again, same back. And you have the third, or the last pick. Lower the ink level by 2. And the stand that makes the card into a character. Like I said, look at that detail. It kind of looks like it should be almost raised. It's sort of a 3D effect too. Now we're going to take a look at the cards. There's 72 of them. Sorry, I had something in my mouth. There's 72 of them. And I figure, you know what? Let's take a look at all of them. Let's appreciate the artwork. So let's spend a few minutes taking a look at them. Frog, Satchel, Spooky Forest. If the camera shakes, I'm sorry. I'm freehanding it right now, so. Potion. It looks like a crystal. Whoop. There's Frederick. There's a knight, a bard, or a minstrel. There's a boy. It's Diego. There's an owl bear. There's an old grandma witch or a fairy godmother. There's a drumstick. A boiling pot of cauldron. A boiling cauldron or a black pot. A minecart full of gold and jewels. A dragon. A flying carpet or just a regular carpet, most likely flying. Bread. A beholder. A fairy with a wand. A wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. Toadstool. A nice cottage in the woods or field. A treasure map. An adventurer, or Robin Hood equivalent. A grimoire or magic spellbook. Castle. An hourglass. A mermaid. A mimic. A king. A rabbit. A little girl. A troll. But there's a troll in the dungeon. A spider. Little Miss Muffet. A unicorn. I love the artwork on these. My favorite, a wolf. They're so beautiful and very nicely drawn. Horse. A treant or ent if you go by Lord of the Rings standards. Or tree folk. A beehive. Oh, beehive. A key. A magic staff. A broken mirror or a shattered crystal or some sort. An egg. I don't know. A cow. A meadow. A wand. A dark, creepy cave. A rose. I wonder if Tuxedo Max lost it. A sheep. That looks like some kind of disgusting gelatinous mass with some kind of cherry on top. A ship. A nice pendant. A sack of gold. A campfire. A candle. I apologize if you heard the wind. The room I'm in is not the greatest right now for soundproofing. I'm getting to that. There is the wizard goblin or sorcerer. A magic cloak. I wonder if Doctor Strange lost that one. There's the royal crown. A magic harp. A gnome. Or dwarf, depending on how you want to take it. There's the elven archer. Saint Bernard. There's rope. An apple. Oh. The queen. She can move any direction, remember, folks. A black cat. The genie. A wishing well, or a well. A bed. A pirate. It's Redbeard. There's a quill and papyrus, or paper. There's a rat, or mouse. There's a rooster, and that looks like the back end of it. And even the little cards look and almost feel like they're books. basically the start of the game is you just draw 4 of these until you get some kind of 4 characters, and then you decide on what it'll be. So the group will decide on each of these. And let's pretend it's Frederick. And he slots in just like that. And then you would put 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, and then put 1 face up here. You come up with a story for him. He's Frederick, and he has to have a happy ending. What's his happy ending? He wants to become a little boy. So you would basically say, if they choose the frog, his best friend is a frog, and his frog actually turned out to be a prince. He misses his friend, he wants to become a prince to play with his friend. He has to find a magic crystal to be able to turn, 3 magic crystals to turn into a little boy. He's sad because he has to travel through, not sad. Let's go with scared, because the crystals are found inside the dark, spooky forest. But fear not, a mighty bard in a blue cloak sings encouraging songs for him to travel through. And with his satchel and compass, he was able to find the 3 crystals, and then he became a boy. The end. Something like that. It's very, let the kids imagine it. But overall, I would say this is a 9 out of 10 for story and all that. The only reason why I haven't given it quite a 10 is, it can get confusing. But it's very close. You know what? We'll call it a 9.5. I think could have been a little bit better. But other than that, it's really fun to play. My own kids like it. And it's a quick, easy game to play with your kids and get their creative juices flowing. So, I think it cost $30, but I think it's worth it. $20, $30. So with that in mind, if you're looking for a fun game to play with your kids, get the Stories of the 3 Coins, the adventure game that you create. So, until next time, peace out, YouTube. Have a great day, and enjoy.